Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So today in this video I am going to discuss all about JDBC authentication in Spring Boot security. In last video I have discussed about in-memory authentication, right? So with the temporary, right, in the RAM, how we are going to store our username and password and how we are going to validate each and every endpoint, right, with the in-memory authentication, right? So guys, in this video completely we'll discuss what JDBC authentication, right? And also same thing I mentioned in that slide, right? So already we have covered point number first, point number second, point number third, and today I am going to discuss about JDBC what DB slash Oracle means you can use any DB, SQL, then MySQL, Oracle, any DB for authentication purpose. That means guys, main thing is what? So how we are going to store our username and password? That is called user data or credential. User credential, guys. So how we are going to save the username and password in respective DB. After saving our username and password, how we are going to authenticate our application. That is get what? Completely JDBC authentication, right? So guys, for this purpose, we should know first what the things we need, right? So guys, just let me open our this one, right? So guys, our main focus is what? Spring Boot, what? Security with JDBC authentication, right? Security using JDBC. Right, guys? This is our guide, completely our what? Agenda for this video. How we are going to authenticate our application with the help of JDBC authentication. Guys, JDBC name itself refers what? Java database connectivity. So that means our application will communicate with what? Database. That means how we are going to call the database for what? For getting the username and password, right? So that means guys, we can say so our application should use DB table to get the credential to verify our what credential are valid or not, right? So if you are going to authenticate our application with the help of JDBC authentication means what? Our application should use database table, guys, to get the credential to verify our credential are valid or not, because already we have what? Persist our username and password in the respective DB along with our role as well. I will explain briefly one by one. Okay. So guys, see the main motto is what? So main motto is what for JDBC authentication, guys? See, if see guys, if you will have username, right? Username, right? And if you have a password, right? Right? So corresponding username, guys, you will have some password, right? Suppose first user is guys, suppose John, right? So John is user, and suppose if you are going to give the password as a John only. Suppose if you are going to pass password as a John only. So guys, it's not good practice, right? It's not a good practice. Why? Because if you are going to give the password John, that is a readable format, right? What? It is a readable format. But password should not be readable format. So guys, for that purpose, we are going to use what? Password encoding technique. What? We are going to use password encoding technique. So how we are going to encode the password, right? So guys, for that purpose we'll create what? One test class in this application. For JDBC authentication I will convert manually, but in coming example we'll do for that, we'll do that with the help of ORM, which is automatically created. Okay, in coming video, coming example, I will explain this thing, but as of now in this video I will what? I will encode the password with some encode techniques. Password encoding techniques are there. With the help of that, we are going to create the password, and that password we are going to save in respective DB guide, in respective DB, in respective table. Okay. So guys, for that purpose, so what we have told, suppose if you are going to give password John, so guys, this is the readable format. This is the readable format, right? Anyone can read, but we need to convert into what? Unreadable format, guys. What? We need to convert in unreadable format. So guys, for that purpose, you know what we are going to use. We are going to use password encoder. We can use password password encoder. Password encoder, guys. That is the interface. That is a interface, guys. So password encoder, guys, is a interface. Okay, guys, observe carefully. Okay, so password encoder have one implementation class, guys, for object which will use for converting the what? Unreadable format object. Okay, also we can say, guys, so it is used, what we can say, guys, knowledge sake, it is used what is, guys? Password encoder. So it is used to convert, guys. It is used to convert password from from readable readable format readable format to what? Unreadable format, guys. Unreadable format. That thing, guys, you just keep in mind. That is, guys, encode. That is, guys, we can say encode. Correct? So knowledge sake, guys, I am just writing this thing. So if you know this thing, guys, then your what? Application implementation becomes very easy. So why we are going to what? Encode your password? Because it is used to convert password from readable format to what? Unreadable format. Okay, that is encode technique, guys. Okay. So guys, for that purpose, first I will open my what? IDE. In last class, guys, already I have done one application, that is in-memory authentication. So in this application only, in our this place, I am going to create one test class, guys. What? I am going to create one test class. Okay, that is our test class, where I will create some what? Encode password. Okay, so guys, see, just observe carefully, guys, how I am going to create what? Password for the normal user. See, so guys, for that purpose, so this is the place, guys. I'm using one password encoder, guys. I'm going to use password encode. That is, guys, binary crypto password encoder. What? That is binary crypto password encoder, guys. So guys, see, guys, that is the what? Binary crypto password encoder. That class we have, guys. So equals to new, we have created that binary crypto password encoder, right? Then, guys, in this class we have one encode method, guys. In this class we have encode method. So see how. So enc.go, see, encode method is there. Encode method is there. So in this method, expect raw password, guys. Raw password means, guys, anything. Suppose if I user password is, suppose, John. Already I mentioned you, right? So username is what? Already I mentioned you, right? So username is John, and suppose if you are going to keep password as a John itself. So guys, so this is a readable format. So we need to convert first unreadable format. So with the help of what? With the help of binary crypto password encoder class, we are going to convert readable format to unreadable format. Suppose I'm going to give here John, right? I've given John, guys, right? So it will return a string, right? It will return a string, and we are going to store that object. So a string encode password, right? A string encode password, guys. So that password we are going to print here, guys. That password we are going to print here. So sysout I am going to print that password, that is EP, guys. Okay, EP means encode password, guys. And we will see what password we got after running this application, right? After running this application, we will see what password it generates. See, guys, this is the guy after using the encode, right? So with the help of what? Binary crypto password encoded. So we generated this password, guys. So this password we are going to save in the respective what? DB table, guys. In DB we'll create one table to corresponding username John, and we're going to put that password, guys. So that's why we are going to write here, guys, what? So password, this password, guys, this is the password for John. So same way, guys, we'll create some more user, guys. We'll create some more user. So guys, second, suppose other user is Raja, right? Username is Raja. So suppose if password is also, guys, Raja, so what is the encode password for that Raja? So same way, guys, this is the raw password, right? This is the raw password, right? So we are going to give this place Raja, right? And we'll run the application. We'll see what password is going to generate, right? See, guys, we'll see this password we got here. See, so guys, for same thing we are going to keep this password this place. This is the password for Raja, guys. So guys, this password we are going to save in the DB, guys. Okay, this password we are going to save in the DB. Once we will create our table. See, guys, third. Suppose third is a Suraj. Suppose third here is a Suraj. The password is as it is Suraj only, right? Suraj. So what is the password for Suraj? So guys, just copy this thing. Just come here and what? Paste in your application. That is, guys, Suraj, right? And we will create, guys, the password for Suraj. See, guys, so this password generated for Suraj, right? Copy this thing and come here and paste for this user as well. Okay, see, guys, so what I have done till now. So because why we have done this thing, guys? Because we are going to save what? Encrypt. We are going to password as a encrypt format, not in a normal text. Because password should be unreadable format. No one can read the password, right? That's why, guys, we have converted what? With the help of binary what? Crypto password encoder. Correct, guys? Till now we should not have any issue, right? Not any confusion, correct? Correct, guys. So this thing we have done, correct, guys? So guys, see, in last video what we have done. So we have done our authentication with the help of in memory, right? In memory authentication in the RAM. So we are going to save our data, user data, into the memory, right? But guys, this time we are going to save these details. Save means username and password into the respective what? DB table, guys. Okay. So guys, so for the purpose, in this case, we store user data inside the DB, right? So guys, in this case means, guys, in this case means what? JDBC authentication, right? JDBC authentication. In JDBC, in this case means, guys, JDBC authentication, right? We store what, guys? We store user data what? Inside DB, right, guys? Inside the guys DB, correct? Means database, guys, correct? So guys, what should be data, guys? So data like guys, data means here what we are going to store in the database, guys. Suppose what is the username, guys? What is the username? What is the password? right? What is the password for respective user? What is the role for that user? Role means guys, suppose sometimes he may be admin, suppose sometimes he may be employee, sometimes he may be what, employee, a student as well, right? So role also we should have. Guys, one extra field I am going to add here, so enabled. Okay, so guys, enable means see 1 and 0, 1 and 0, 1 and 0 is guys, suppose 1, if you are going to give as a 1, that means it is a active user. If you are going to give 0, that it is a inactive user guys. So that is the guy our data. This all the things we are going to save inside the DB table, right? In DB table, for that purpose guy, will create one database, right? In database you will have one table. In table you will have what, data, right? Good. So this, till now this thing guys, I'm thinking you don't have any confusion, right? So this thing already I have mentioned. So what you need, right, for the JDBC authentication, right guys? So guys, I will mention a step by step. So what the things we need to follow guys. So guys, a step first, what we are going to do, see guys. So guys, first, step 1, we need to create one database table to store the user data. What guys? So step 1, what we are going to create one database, one one database table, right? Create one database table to store the guy what, to store the guy what, user data guy, user data. So what I have mentioned here, user data, like that. So that thing we are going to what, store, create one DB table to store the user data guy. Keep in mind that the thing we need to do, right? Then guys, what is the step 2 guys? Guys, just observe carefully. It's very easy. If you observe carefully, we should not any issue guys. You don't have any what hesitation. You don't have any what confusion. Very simple. In simple term, I'm going to explain guys. So if you will concentrate effectively guys, so your what thought process or implement, once you're going to implement the application, this time you don't have any confusion guys. See, so first thing what you need to do, create one database table to store the user data. Second thing guys, what things you need to do. So guys, step 2 means what, you need to insert row, what, that means guys, insert rows guys, insert rows, like what, same thing guys, insert row means guys, this thing you need to insert, right? Insert the username, password, what, role, and enable. This thing you need to insert. Okay. Third thing guys. So third step what I mentioned here. Just watch carefully guys. So step third. Step third guys. So first step what? Create database table to store the your data. Second, we are going to insert the rows. Okay. Third step guys. What? Third step guys. Any idea? Third step what I need to do? So I need to do guys. So we need to define what? We need to define user data, right? So for that we have to get username input, right? If you are going to what? Define user data means what? Username and password. So for that what? We have to get username input, right? So we need to write one SQL query here. We need to write for finding the user data, right? For the input, in the input. So guys, so we need to write one SQL query that will get user data by username query. I will explain once I will write the code, then I will tell you. So how we're going to find the username query. Okay. So what I have told, so we need to write one SQL query that will get user data by username query. So what the query will looks like guys, so in that way guys. So that means what, we are going to fetch, right? we are going to fetch username guy. What? Username, then guy user password. So you need to fetch the username, user password, and enabled, right? So that user is active or not, right? That three things we are going to fetch. By using guy what? By using what? Username guy. By using username input. By using username input, enter what? Into login page guide. Into login page. That thing guys you need to remember. So guys, what the query guide? So what query looks like? So query should be guide select same thing guys what I mentioned here. Fetch username password enable by using username input. So guys, select what? I'm writing short. So you name, right? You name, comma, you password, what? Enable, right? Enable from where guys? From which table? Suppose my table name is get users, right? From users, correct? Where guys? What? Where you name equals to guys what? We don't know, right? In runtime what the username will come. So that query we need to write guys. So guys, this query we are going to find out for the username. For what? Data. User data guys, right? This is the first query guys. And guys, then the next step guys is step number 4. Not step number 4 guys. In step 3 only we need to write this is the first query guys. Step first. This is the first query. We can write here. This is the first query. The first query guy, and you need to write second query as it is, and not as it is, as well. So what is the guy second query? I will explain here. Second query guys. See guys, what is second query? So guys, for all this first query it completely depends on the user data, means username guy, and second query guy for the role. This time need to select authorities guy. See, as per the authorities you are going to hit the endpoint, right? Suppose sometimes user is a admin, sometimes user is a employee, sometimes user is a student. So as per the authorities, right? For all this time need to select authorities by username input, from where username will come, correct? So actually this username comes runtime guide. Actually this username what comes runtime from the login page, right? So guys, for the purpose guide, what? How we are going to find the role guide? So fetch username. So you name, then guide you role, means user role. So username corresponding user role, using guide username only guide, using username only. Yes or no? While entering in login page. All things will guide I will explain while write the code guide. Okay, this thing. So guide, for the purpose what should be the what query guide? So same query guide only we are going to a username user role by using username only guide. So see, already I mentioned here, right? Copy this, come here, select username, and get here user role, right? User role, you no need to give a enable things, okay, right? From users, where username equal to question mark, runtime will get what username we are going to happen, right? Correct guys. So guys, this is the step number guys what 3. In this third step guys, what we will conclude how we are going to add the query, correct? So for finding the user data and corresponding what? Corresponding a user roles as well, right? This is the guy third step. Now we are going to move step number 4, guys. Step 4. See guys, why I'm writing this way, so you can remember. So what the step we are going to follow? What the step we are going to follow? See guys, third step. So now if you want to make communication between guys your application and database, right? Guys, observe carefully. So what I am explaining here. So now if you want to make communication between your application and database, the most important things is nothing but data source, right? We should have connection. That is actually we call connection. Yes or no? What I have told? If you want to make the communication between your application to the database, the most important things is nothing. It is what? Data source. That means what? Actually we can say it is a connection, right? So if we need data source, we should must some dependency needed, right? So we should must need some dependency along with our Spring security dependency guide. That like means like that. So Spring JDBC, so data source and Oracle driver, that thing we need to give. So that means data source related stuff, like what? Spring Spring JDBC data and Oracle driver, right? This we need to configure, guys. Correct, guys? So this is the step number 4, guys. So guys, step number 5. Step number 5. What we need to do in step number 5, guys. So guys, see. So we need to give all the things related to data source. We should have one word, application properties file. So in the application, in the what? Application what? Dot properties file. In the application properties file, what? Need to configure what? Need to configure in the application property file, need to configure all data source related. Also I will explain, don't worry guys. Okay, see, that is guys step number 5. See guys, if you follow this step, then we're going to once you will implement this application, right, it becomes very easy guys, right? So guys, see, that is our step number 5. Now guys, step number 6. Step number 6. Step number guys 6. Step number 6, what we are going to do guys? So guys, see, so guys, once you are going to implement your application, right, so that time we should have what? One security config class will be there guys, right? In security config class will be there guys, right? So we need to implement our what? Security, implement our security under what? Security config, implement our security under security config class again, okay? Yes. So guys, in this class we know very well, right? So we will have what? We will have guys two configure method, two overloaded class, right? Overloaded method, not class. Overloaded method guys, right? So that is guys what? One is guys what? Configure with guys authentication authentication manager, right? Builder, right? Builder, that is auth, right? That is one overloaded method. Second guy, you will have what? Same configure method, but guys, what? http security, right? Security http. So guys, with this two our method, we are going to establish our what? Authentication, right? So guys, in this, so first authentication, in this method guys, we are going to use what? We are going to use guys what? We call guys first what? Suppose auth dot what? JDBC authentication, right? JDBC authentication. Okay, this thing we are going to use. This thing we didn't use in the guide in memory authentication. This time we are going to use auth.jdbc authentication. That is guide first thing. That is first thing guide. Second thing guide, what we need to do, we are going to configure data source, right? So data source also is a second part guide. We are going to use data source. Data source. Right guys, this is also second. And guys, then what we are going to use? We are going to use to query guide. What I mentioned you, to query it. So in statement number 3, we are going to use to query guide. So that query guide we are going to use how guys? So we will have a method user by username guide. User name, right? User by username query, right? So that time we are going to pass guide. I will tell you. Suppose as of now for dummy, I am just going to write here slash SQL query 1. SQL query 1. Query 1. Okay. So guys, this is the role part. So how we are going to provide the authorities? How we are going to provide the authorities? That's why guys, we are going to use authorities. Authorities by username query. These two things guys we are going to use in this method, in configure method. So that time guys, we are going to pass here what? Second query guys, because already I have told you this query belongs to role, this query belongs to our user data. So guys, SQL query 2, this time we are going to pass this query guide. After that guide, we are going to pass what? Our what? Password encoder. What? We are going to password encoder guide. Password encoder. So guys, this is the our step. So in this configure method, we are going to use all these things. Once I will implement this thing, then you will come to know very easily guys. As of now, knowledge 6, what things we are going to do in coming. Okay. When we will create this guide, and this HTTP guide only we are going to put our what? So as it is what we have done in the in memory authentication, same guide. So how we are going to authorize our endpoint guide. So which endpoint will be accessed by all, which endpoint we are going to authenticate, and which endpoint is authenticated by a specific what? User. Right? This thing we will do as it is what we have done in the in-memory authentication. Nothing we are going to do in that guide. Right guys? So that thing guys, overall our explanation, and a part of that, one thing I am going to miss here. So guys, see, you can mention here step 6. Step. So guys, we'll create one app config guide. We'll create one app config for encoding the password. For encoding the password guide. For that purpose, we are going to create what? One app config. What? We are going to create one app config. In that, we are going to generate our password encoder guide. Okay? We are going to use password encoder. So password encoder we have to write with what? App config. Okay. In that, we are going to create what? One method. Okay. So password encoder. Okay. as a app config. So we'll discuss this thing, guys. So just I will let will create one app config for that guy. This thing we will do. Correct, guy. So a part of that we are nothing do in this coding session, guys. Correct. And one thing I will explain how our username, password, role, and what enable will store in the guy database. Right. See here. See, guys. Suppose guys, this is our what table in the database. Table in the database. Okay. So guys, these all are the column. So guys, this is our user ID. This is our user ID. This is our guys username. This is guys your password. This is guys user role. Our user role, and see guys our enable. Right. So guys, for this purpose, see, is I will mention here for your remembering purpose. See, first is our guy user ID. So UID, and this is the guy username. What user name? Or you can mention u name, username, and guys that is our user password. Password, right? And guys that is the our u role, our user role, and that is guys our what enable. So our user is active or inactive. So that's why guys I mentioned here enabled. Right guys? So enable. So this thing, so guys come here. So if we have seen that in our application we have three users, right? We have three users. So first user is guys John, right? First user is our John. So mention here, suppose this user is John. And sorry this is your ID, right? Suppose this is 100. This is your ID, right? So your name is guy John, right? Already I mentioned, right? And the password guy already I mentioned you, right? So anything in unreadable format is mentioned, right? Correct. Unreadable format. And that user always guy suppose admin, right? This is a admin user, and guys this is enable. This is active user. Right guys? So same thing we are going to give for this as well, right? So that is 101, and he is a guy what? And the name is the user is Raja, right? Raja, and the password already mentioned in unreadable format, guys. Right? And suppose he is the what? Employee. He is a employee, and also he is a active user, guys. Correct? Now we'll come into third user. So guys, all the things we are going to save the data in the DB guide. Suppose this is a 102. The ID is 102, and the name is guide Suraj, right? Suraj, and this unreadable format. This is password is as a unreadable format. Suppose Suraj is a student. Suraj is a student, right? A student, right? He is also guy what? Active user. Right? He is also active user. Suppose guys, see this user table name is what? Users details, right? Users details. Guys, user details table. Okay, this is the user details table. This is the user details table, guys. Okay, these all are the data what we are going to save into respective DB, guys. So guys, so for first we are going to open our database. Okay, come here, guys. So guys, first I will explain how we are going to create the table, how we are going to insert the data, and as per the our requirement we can see, so the all the user has inserted in respective table, right? So guys, already for that purpose we have this thing, already we have. So we'll come here and we just in our get, so our table is get user details. User details. User details is our table, right? Correct. So first our row is user ID, username, user password, user role, user enable, right? So guys, we'll create this table first. See guys, so table user details what created. So already we have done the user details. We can see so what we have created, it's coming as expected or not. Select what your details, right? Your details, right? So we'll run this script. We'll see it's running properly or not. I mention guys. Okay. So I have the mistake here. So our table is users, not user. Okay, that's what it's showing. There is no table age here. Again, it's saying same thing. Okay, again I have done mistake. DAT, right? Now we'll run this script. We'll see. See guys. So as of now, we don't have any data in respective table, right? That's why it's showing empty. So for guys, what we're going to do, we're going to insert the data, right? We're going to insert the data. Come here, paste here guys. See, so already we have the column get user ID, username, user password, user, all the things we have. Only the things is get we need to keep our data as per our requirement. So guys, see, first data is if you will have John, right? We have seen, right? John. So John is our guy first user, right? And guys, initially I have shown you. So while creating this thing, guys, so all the password we have created, right? So guys, this password we are going to save into the DB, guys, for what? Respective user. Suppose the user is guy John. So for John, what is the password? So that is the password for John. Suppose John role is guy manager. Suppose John role is manager, or we can put what? Admin. John is a admin guy and he is a active user. So guys, that is our first data. But we need to give our what? User details table. We are going to insert the data in user details user details table, right? So we'll come here and keep here user details, right? Then you're going to insert this data into our what? Respective table. See here, one row is inserted. Can we see what the data is got inserted? See, user ID 100, name is John, password this one what we have kept here, role is a admin, this is a active user guy. Same thing guy, we are going to keep here what? That is a what? Value is 1. That is a the ID is 101, but second user name is guy what? Raja, right? So that Raja is a second user and suppose the password for Raja, guys. What a password for Raja? See, this is the password for Raja. Come here and just paste in respective what insert query. So this is the what, right? This is the password for Raja. And guys, see, suppose this Raja is a employee. Raja is a employee role. Employee role, right? And this is a active user guide. And this is a 101 user details. Everything is correct, right? So we are going to run this script. We'll see. Can you see second user inserted or not? See guys, 101 Raja, this is a inserted, right? So guys, next user. So third user is Suraj, right? Third user is Suraj. Suraj, and guys, their ID is, suppose I'm going to generate 102, and password for Raja is guys, sorry, Suraj is this one, right? Come here and just kept this place where we need to inserting the password, right? This password. And guys, this Suraj is a student. So is a student guy. A student, right? So is a student. Now everything is correct. Now insert this data as well. See guys. So one row inserted. Can we see this data inserted or not? Yes. See guys. So these three data already we have inserted in respective DB. So database part also we have done, right? So now all the three user we have into the database in database table, right? As per specified role, right? Okay guys. So guys, now we can start our application, right? So this is the basic requirement. We need to first, then we're going to start the application. Correct. So guys, come here. Okay. See guys. So we'll create an application, right? We know very well how we're going to create application. So come here, a Spring starter project. This is guys a Spring Boot application. That's why we're going to create application with the help of what? A Spring starter project, right? So guys, see, we can give what? So you can give here 05th. Our application number is this one 5th. A Spring Boot security with JDBC authentication. Correct guys? Our group is Comrade App Java, and this one tag is also this one. Our Maven, this is the Java version, and packaging and language. All things are there. Next, right? See guys, some of the guys comment me in the comment, right? So sir, could you please make a video on a Spring Boot version 3.2.3? Someone has commented. So this last video from video first to video 4 already I mentioned what. So I'm going to use 2.7.9, right? So once we created the application, generally we are going to change our version, right? So guys, please keep in mind, definitely I will make all the video a Spring version 3.2.3 as well. First, this all the version, right? All the basic. So initially what we have done, so we are going to default authentication, then in memory, then JDBC. So guys, one time if you complete all this series, right? So for all the older version with 2.7.9, definitely then I will do with JDBC authentication, auth authentication are there. So lots of things are there. Definitely will make couple of video with the help of this version as well, guys. So don't worry guys, definitely I will bring this video with this version. So many video get incoming days. Okay, so already I have seen your guys comment. Okay, so don't worry, definitely I will bring the video with this version as well, because in this version guys, if you're going to use 3.2.3, so we can't use guys what web security configure after class. This is deprecated. Okay, so if you're going to use 3.2.3, so our process will be different guys. So we are going to use what user detail service guide like that. Okay, so I will explain guys, so don't worry. So as of now guys, so what we have done, so already we have created this thing. See guys, in this version we are not able to get 2.7.9, so explicitly we are going to change once we created the application. See guys, so we know very well, right? So a Spring Web, already I mentioned you so many times why we add this dependency. Then guys, a Spring Security, we know very well, because our entire concept, entire concern itself a Spring Security, right? So how we're going to establish our security in our application, right? So guys, that is two things. And guys, that is what third thing guys, Spring Boot dev tools guys. So guys, you know very well, right? So why we are going to use Spring Boot dev tools means avoiding what, to avoid a system restart guide for a small modification. If we are going to a small modification, we no need to restart the our what application. That's why we are going to use Spring Boot dev tools guide. And guys, in this application also we are going to use what, our UI page. To that purpose I am going to use here theme lib. And guys, this application, this is a JDBC authentication, so we need database connection, right? So data source connectivity, that's why I added what, Spring Data, JDBC and Oracle driver. These two things I used as per our requirement guide. Okay, so come here, next, finish. So guys, let it be import. Okay guys, so now our application is what, imported guys, right? Good, our application got imported. So guys, see, first I will tell you, first I will open this application. See, in guy form.xml I will go first. I will go in form.xml first. Already I mentioned you guys, so while creating the application, so first we are going to change this places guy, what, 2.7.9, right guys, 2.7.9, correct? So this is the guy old version, right? This is deprecated methods are there. What, that method is a web security configure adapter. If you are not going to change your version guys, so we can't override our configure method. Okay, I will show guys also same, already I mentioned you, some guy already commented, so could you please but make the video on latest version, that means 3.2.3. definitely guys, I will make the video in this respective version also in coming video guys. Okay, so guys, see, already I mentioned this thing, right? So this thing we need to change, okay? After changing this thing guys, some places, see, so this thing also need to change here guys, 5. So in 5 if you are going to put only, it will what, it will remove the what, our error guide. See, it is downloading the jar guide. So because these all things guys available in our this version guide 2.7.9, but what by default came, so it was coming what, 3.2.3. so the implementation of security guide somehow different in 3.2.3. okay, because I am going to explain all the application in the version 2.7.9, that's why I thought complete entire this series with the version of 2.7.9, then we'll come switch into the 3.2.3. okay, so guys, after this guy, after done this thing for pom.xml, so what we have done, change here, so we have changed the version here, and whatever we added dependency is coming or not, we'll see. So guys, see, so that is Spring Boot started, JDBC is coming or not, security is coming or not, then guys, theme view coming or not, starter wave coming or not, right? So these all things coming guys as expected, what we have added in the dependency, right? Right. So now guys, come here. So guys, what is our main agenda, right? So what I have mentioned in the step, right? What I have mentioned in the step guide. So already we have done this thing. Already we have, yeah, these two things already we have. This query we have, right? And this query we have, correct? Only we need to change the our column name as per our respective DB. This is the column name guide. Nothing else apart from that. See, data source also will create this thing. Don't worry. In application property file also we give configuration. Also will give you, and then we are going to use this what security config. Or we are going to implement our authentication, and we are going to create one app config for the password encoder, right? And this is our second configure method. So what we have done for the last video for in-memory authentication. Okay guys, and guys, two things, just I'm coming here. So guys, in last video also you can see here, so with the in-memory authentication what I have done here, see. So guys, in template, right? So this all HTML page we have used for the UI purpose, right? So how we're going to see our response in the what UI side? The admin page, generated page, employee page, home page, student page, welcome page, right? So we are not going to create all the page again. Same page we are going to use in JDBC authentication as well. So this is one thing I'm going to reuse, right? This first thing. Second thing, guys, already we have controller, that is our home controller guy. We can see here. So all the endpoint, this is home page, welcome, admin, employee, student, and deny. So all the endpoint same we are going to use again in the JDBC authentication as well. Okay, so only where we are going to change required guide, our change required guide, this place. Let me open. See guys. So guys, see this place we need to what do the change, right? So in memory authentication, this place we are going to use JDBC authentication, right? And we are going to use the data source. Already I mentioned this thing, right? Already I mentioned this thing. What things we are going to use? See, auth, JDBC authentication, data source, user by username query, SQL query first. Already I mentioned you step 3. So what is the query number 1 and what is the query number 2? This thing we are going to use in password encoder. All the things we are going to use in the configure, this overloaded configure method. Okay, and this method guy, so HTTP security same as it is guy, we are going to use. Nothing we are going to change here, each and everything, because we are going to use same endpoint. So that's why we are going to use same configure method. We are not going to change anything. And application property file guide, we are going to use our as per our data source. Suppose if you are going to use Oracle, so as per Oracle database, we are going to give our credential. If you are going to use SQL, so as per SQL, what the data, what the configuration you need, that you need to configure in the application property. Okay, so guys, we'll start one by one. Okay, so guys, first we will have home controller. So guys, first what we can do, come here our application. In this we will create guys one what package, that is guys dot controller, right? Controller, correct? Finish. And already what we have home controller, right? So guys, all the things will what copy and paste in our. Before that guys, we are going to get one class, right? That is home controller. Home controller. I created home controller. Finish. And in that class guys, we are going to paste this thing, right? Guys, I hope you understand it, right? Right. And this class should enter with at the rate of. We have done this thing guys, correct? We have done this thing. So this thing already we have done in last class also guys. Okay, So no worries, right? Okay. After that, guys, what I am going to do? So in templates, what are things we have added in last class, in last application? Same thing we are going to do. We just copy this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Copy this thing, guys, and come here in our template and just paste it again. See all the what our HTML page giving our project JDBC authentication. Right, guys? These two things, guys, we have done. These two things we have done. Now we'll move, guys, our application, right? So, guys, see, we'll create one security config package, right? One config package will create. Come here and just put config. Config. We have created one config package here, right? Config. Finish. Come here. Okay. So our config package has created. In this package here, we are going to create one security config. What? Security config. Okay, our class. What? Security config. Okay. Now will come our security config class. So we know very well, guys. So if our class is a configuration class, so first we need to provide the added rate of configuration annotation, right? This one. And suppose if you are going to use security, that means we need to annotate with at the rate of enable what? Web security, right? These two things we have done. See, guys, how I am doing. So step by step, if you will do, it will become very easy to understand, right? Okay. See, guys. So now we need to use overloaded method, right? So we will need to use two overloaded method, that is configure method, right? So, guys, for that purpose, we are going to use here. First, need to extend our class from what? Web security configure adapter, right? So extends writing here W web security SCA. See, web security configure adapter, right? This is, guys, deprecated. Again, I'm explaining it, guys. So what we got the comment 3.2.3. So we don't have this class. So in coming video I will bring with a Spring 3.2.3. In that we'll explain in different way, different approach. That time we are not going to extend our class with what? Web security configure adapter. There is component based guide. What we're going to explain in coming video. Okay. See, guys. So what I have told you, guys. So in this web security configure adapter class we'll have three overloaded method, but we are going to use for spring security two overloaded method. Okay. See, I am going to that override this method. That method, guys, configure already mentioned it, guys. So three overloaded method, right? Overloading concept come here. So same method with different parameters, that is overloading, right? If you are going to provide on implementation, definitely we need to override the default implementation. That's why we are going to what? That's why we are going to call what? Our configure method, right? See, click this one. See, guys. So this is, guys, default configuration, default implementation. We no need. We no need. Come here, right? We no need. So, guys, we need to provide our implementation, right? Okay. This is the one method, guys. Again, we need to one more method, right, guys? So configure. Okay, that time we are going to override this. This is a default implementation. We no need. That's why we are going to remove. See, guys, overriding concept, overloading concept. Both the concept we can use in this web security configure after guys. If any interview asks overriding and overloading real-time implementation, directly, blindly you can explain this approach guide. So our class is extending with what? Web security configure after, that means inheritance concept as well. We are going to what? Inherit property from what? Web security configure after class, right? So we are going to override. We no need, we are not satisfying with the default configuration, default implementation. That's where we are going to override respective method, and we are going to provide our own implementation as per our requirement, right? Same thing here guys. So these all are the overloaded method. If anyone asks what is overloading concept you used, in which place did you use in your project, so that time you can explain in that way, right? So same method name with different parameters, where in web security configurator class, right? So we are going to override as per our requirement. Okay guys, see guys, what I mentioned you in last video, what I have done here, you can see as well here. See guys, I have done what? Auth dot in memory authentication dot with user John password we are going to use, no optional password John. So whatever the John is, same password is there guys, right? We are not encoded, right? So I have mentioned in that video. So in coming video definitely I will use password encoder. So in this video what I have used? Password encoder, right? Correct. So guys, in the place of in memory authentication I am going to use what? JDBC authentication. So that's why guys, we'll come here, we'll see. Right. See guys. So guys, observe carefully guys. Please observe carefully. This is the main part what we are going to explain now. What I'm going to explain now. So auth dot JDBC. See guys, coming or not? Auth dot JDBC authentication. That is the main thing guys. So what we're going to implement guys? Auth dot JDBC authentication, right? JDBC authentication, right? Come here. So first thing, because we are going to establish our security with the help of JDBC authentication. Last video we have discussed in memory authentication. That's why this thing we are going to do. Okay. After guys, see, if you're going to guys, see, very simple. If you're going to use JDBC authentication, definitely your application is going to communicate with database, right? JDBC, Java Database Connectivity, right? So guys, that's where you should have what? Data source, right? So dot data source. See guys, coming or not? Coming. As it is, just keep null. I will show you what things we are going to give in that. Okay. Okay, come here. Dot. So guys, I have mentioned you, right? So we are going to use two SQL query. We are going to use two SQL query. One query is guys, what? What query guys? Users by username query. Users by username query. See, users, put users by username query. This method expect string query guy. See guys, JDBC details manager configure authentication manager, right? So guys, if you can see here clearly, so it internally use the user details manager configure. Same thing I will explain guys in coming video. Okay, don't worry. So guys, just come here. So guys, in that first SQL query for what? It's mentioned users by username. So username, what is username? For that query expect. Okay, so already I mentioned you guys what are things we need to give the query here. So right here guys, select guy. So what we have the username. Let's see what I have done the query guy here. Already I mentioned you guys in this places, right? Step number 3. First query, select username, user password enable. So this 3 column we need to select. We need to find out using guy username. We need to find out the with the using username, right? Using username guy, correct? So we need to write this query guy. Select username. See what is our username? User underscore name guy, right? So come here and put inside our this place, right? Select username, comma, user password, right? So what is the second column guys? See, user password, copy this, and just we are going to build the query, guys. User password, then guys user enable, right? So you can put what, user underscore, right, enable, and guys if anything mistake, so your query will not run, guys. So that's why I'm going to copy same thing. By mistake, if there mistake anything, so we can't able to run the application, guys. User underscore enable, right? Right. From which table, guys? Our table name is, guys, what, users details, right? Users details. Come here and paste it, guys, from user details, right? From user details, where we are going to close, right? Where what, our username. What is our username? Just copy this thing and paste here, right? Equals to, guys, question mark, right? So guys, this is your first query. This is your first query, right? Now this is done. Now come here, guys. So now second thing, what you need to do, dot authorities. See guys, already I mentioned you. So for this is the for username, and for authorities, how are you going to find the role, right? So authorities by username query. Mention na, authorities by username query. This method also expect string query only, right? So already I mentioned you guys. So in this place we need two query. So first query for user data and second query for what, role purpose, right? See, fetch username url using uname by entering in login page. Once you're going to enter your login page for testing our application, that time I will explain as well. So guys, select username, user role, come here, copy this query, copy this query, and come here, remove this null, no need for this, and paste here. Only you need to change what, select username, you no need to user password. This place you should have, guys, what, user role, right? Instead of your password you should have role. You can check one more time, so same thing is there or not in DB. User role is there, right? User role is there, so no need to change anything, but we no need user enable should be here, right? That's why we are going to remove here, right? So we are going to select username, user role, from user details. Our table name is where, username is what. This username will come on runtime, guys. Once you're going to hit the application, that time you're going to give your username and what, authorities, right guys? So guys, this thing, two things we have done, right? So what I told you, so first this approach we are going to implement our application, that's we are going to call the auth.jdbc authentication, right? That is the JDBC authentication. Second thing, guys, data source, right? I will tell you what are things we are going to configure here. And third thing, guys, users by username query we are going to give for the role, for the user data, right? And this authority means, guys, as per your role, right? This thing we have done, guys. Now come here. So guys, see, we will have a password encoder. For that purpose, guys, what I have told you, we can create one app config. So config is already there. We are going to create one class, guy. So that class, guy, that is app config. App config. This thing you can, so this password encoder, guy, directly you can use in security config class also. But I will tell you why we are not going to use in same class. So every time we need to create the object, guy. That's why. See, guy, app config. Come here. So app config class we have created. Suppose, guy, if your class becomes a what, configuration class, that's why we should annotate it explicitly with at the rate of configuration, right? Configuration given to configuration, right? Done. So guys, see, this thing we have done. After that, guys, what we need to do, so we will have what, public So binary crypto password encoder, that class, right? So encoder, right? So we are going to return new, return what? Big crypto binary crypto password encoder, right? Right, guys? Okay. So this thing we have done, guys. As of now, we don't have any issue till now. Correct? Yes. Okay. So guys, so what will go inside our what? Security config. So guys, see, dot password encoder. See, password encoder, right? This one, guys. So guys, now I will explain these two things. So how we're going to configure these two things, right? See guys, first I will show you what data source, right? So guys, private data source, data source, data source, and this will enrich with what, at the rate of auto wired, right? Correct? And this data source we are going to guys pass in our display, correct? Okay, this thing, first thing we have done. Now second thing, guys, so private binary crypto password encoder, right? That password encoder, this thing, guys, we need to use. See guys, you can use here in that way also. How? So new, this one, okay, this one you can use, okay. But thing is that, guy, you know what problem is happening, you can use in that way also, okay. But this is a not good approach. Why? Because to create every time the object, guy, see, we mentioned here new binary crypto password incorrect. So every time you are going to create object, this is not good practice, guy. That's why I have what created one app config. So by default the scope is, guy, singleton. By default the scope is, guy, singleton, okay. That's why I have done in that way. So we can put here what, this thing, you come here and put this thing. Done, guy. This thing we have done. Correct, guy? Okay. After that, guy, we'll see. We have done data source here, guy. Also, guys, we need to configure this data source thing in our, guy, what, application dot property file. Okay, only it will communicate. So our application dot property file is there, right? Come here and control V, control S, right? So guys, see, that is our data source URL. So you know very well. So how are you going to find the data source URL? Okay, and what is your username, what is the password, that is the driver class name, guys. So guys, this is the auto detective event. If you're not also giving the provide this driver class name, it is auto detective, okay. So guys, this is the database related configuration we need to keep inside the what, our application dot property file. Right, guys? This thing we have done. Now guys, we'll come here. So already I mentioned you, guys. So in this what, configure, the same thing what we have done in last class, same thing we are going to paste here. So no need to change anything, guys, here. So come here, what I have done in this video. So in this last application, right, same thing we are going to keep in that place as well. What? In this place as well. Okay, see, in this place also we are going to same guy. The what? Our implementation, same implementation what we have done in last what application for in-memory authentication. So guys, this method, right, so configure HTTP security HTTP, so only we are going to authenticate our what as per the role. So which endpoint what accessed by the which user. Okay, see, suppose /home, so it can access by anyone. Welcome, so it's authenticated. First we are going to verify the what credential of the user, only it can what access the welcome page. So if you are going to hit the /admin, so only admin people can access this page. Corresponding employee a student, if you are the employee, only you can access the employee page, and if you are a student, only you can access the student page. So after that we are going to the login page and then logout page. And if you're going to what get any exception, see, if you are the admin and you are going to access the employee page, so that time this exception handling what code will be what executed. So guys, this is the completely our application, right? I hope everything we have done, right? So one more time I will explain here. See, in security config, what we have done, we have created what, not this, our, yeah, this is our, right? So guys, see, in this what we have done, so guys, this thing we need to add the rate of auto wired, only it will create the bin, right? Okay, so we have done, we use get auth dot JDBC authentication, then you use the data source, then you use what to query for the user data and the role, then you can use the what password encoder, right? This is the last what our in-memory authentication implementation, same as I have kept here, nothing we have changed here, right? And I have what created one. So guy, this places we need to give what, this is the guy our bean, right? I've done mistake here, we need to annotate with guy, this is our bean guy, right? So bean, right? Okay, so explicitly we have used what one password encoder. So by default scope is get singleton, only one time it will create the object and it will reuse get. Okay, instead of not, instead of we didn't use in the security config class, so every time we are going to use, we are going to create the object for that. That's why guys, so that is a guy company a standard, that is a coding a standard. If you're going to implement in that way, so your code you are more effective. That's why we have done this thing here. So these two things we have done. A part of that we have controller, same as it is we have given. So what we have done in last application, in memory authentication, in every point endpoint we have what implemented as per our requirement. Okay, and after that guy, in resource folder, all the what our UI page, so admin page, home page, employee page, all the page we have what kept same as it is what we have done in what in memory authentication. After that guy, in application property file we have given this credential, right, this information about the data source. Okay, so now guys, let's start the application. We'll see our application is running as expected or not. See guys, our application is started as expected, right? See, started our application this one, right? It's showing that our application is started, right? Correct. So now move here, right? Come here and go where? In our browser, right? Come here. Guys, so localhost, see guys, first we have home page guy, right? So first we'll see our home page is what? Running expected or not, slash home, right? So what it will return guys? Home page, right? But not home page, what the message we have what written inside the home page, right? So in home page there is no security page, right? So that what message will be displayed once we are going to hit this endpoint, right? So guys, and also I will tell one thing here. See, so slash home dot permit all, so anybody can access this home page. That's why guys, if you're going to hit slash home, see guys, home page there is no security page, so anyone can access as per our requirement. Guys, coming or not? Guys, so this is what JDBC authentication, right? So with the help of slash home, if you're going to hit, that is permit all, so anybody can access this home page, right? Now guys, I'm going to hit slash welcome. We'll see what response is coming. See guys, slash welcome, right? See guys, slash welcome. See guys, as per our implementation is working or not. See, slash welcome, if you're going to authenticate what? Authenticated. So if request will come slash welcome, so first it should be authenticate, then only you can what? See our response, right? For that purpose guys, now our main thing is started. So guys, see, in our database, 100 user id John and user password is a what? This is a unreadable format. So guys, see, if we are going to give here username as a, first I will give some random value guys. See this one, otherwise I will give Amit, and password I also Amit. So guys, see, it will show bad credential. Definitely it will show bad credential because with the name Amit and password Amit, we don't have any data inside the DB. But what data we have guys? John, right? So John is the username and password also John, right? So we can put John right here, John, and password also guys John, right? John. We can hit the endpoint. See, it is coming guys, bad credential only. No worries. Sometimes it's showing error. We come here and put here localhost, okay, and slash what we can put? Welcome, right? Well, welcome is there guys, right? See guys, if I'm going to keep here, see what thing coming? Sign in, right? So our username is guy what? John, right? John. And what is the password guy? John only, right? We'll see. This time also it's showing what? Bad credential only. What it's showing guys? Bad credential only. So each and every point endpoint working expected or not, right? So guys, for that purpose, right, see localhost home will click, right? See guys, so there is no security in home page, right? We could see here, right, in our application, right? So in our application we can go in our config page, right? In config page guys, what we can see here, so home page, right? Permit all, there is no any security is there, so anyone can access this page, right? That's why guys, we are able to see what? Okay, now if you are going to check what? Slash welcome, slash welcome guys, see, so directly it should not become guys. So give me 1 second, I will run initially, Okay, from one point I will done. See, so first if I'm going to localhost, first we will have, guys, which page we have, home, right? Home. So guys, see, there is no security in home page. That's why we could able to see home. There is no any security page, right? There is no security page, right? So guys, in welcome slash welcome, guys, see, if you will see here slash welcome, that is authenticated. So it will authenticate as per our user credential, correct? So guys, welcome. Okay, first let me go see. So if you are going to give, guys, 1 minute, slash welcome, right? See, so it's asking our username password as per expected, right? Because definitely it will ask our username password because this endpoint, right? Slash welcome. See, slash welcome, already we know that in home control already we have all the endpoints here, right? Home, welcome, admin, EMP, STD, dinner, all the we have endpoint, right? So corresponding we are going to check each and every endpoint. So first home slash home, what we have seen. So home page is accessible for everyone. That's why we can able to see the response. But in welcome it is authenticated page again. So we know very well that. So already we have mentioned you. So what our John and John password, Raja password, Suraj password. So we are going to authenticate. See, John is guy. What is John? John is our admin, right? So how we come to know John is admin guy? See, it come here. See, admin, right? So admin, who is admin? John. Our username password is John is a admin guy. See, if you're going to come here, if we keep here John and password as a John. Sign in. See guys. So welcome page after login success. So John is able to see the welcome page after authenticated. Right? See guys. See if you're going to hit admin because only John can able to see the admin page get admin, right? Because already mentioned here in home control admin. So only admin people who have the admin authority, only those people can see the admin page, right? That's why guys, see if you're going to hit slash admin, see admin page only. So only admin people can see this page guys. Okay? See guys, if John is admin, we have login with the John, right? If John is going to hit what? STD, right? STD means a student guide. So also we have one endpoint, what? STD, a student, that means. So tell me, can John is able to see the student page? Not at all guys, right? Not at all, because he has only admin access, not a student page access. So guys, see what it's showing, no access provided to you, please go to home, because the login has done by the admin, which is John, but he wants to access a student page. It can't possible guys. Okay, see if John is hitting what? EMP page, employee page, can tell me he can access? Is it possible he can access? No guys. See, no access provided to you, please go to home, means if John is admin access, only he can access the admin page, he is not able to access other page guys. Log out. See guys, now this time I am coming what? So next user guy, what we have next user guy? Next user is Raja. Raja is a guy which access, come here, we'll see Raja has a which type of access he has. So Raja has a employee, right? So where we can see guys, see, so which access Raja has, right? So come here, see Raja has a employee access. So Raja what? Cannot see the admin page and cannot see the student page, only he is able to see the employee page, right? So that's why guys, come here. So Raja, right? Raja, and password is also Raja, right? So once we'll sign in, see welcome page after login success. Guys, anyone, it might be admin, it might be a student, it might be employee, anyone can access the welcome page, right? See, now we have logged in with the what? Employee, that is Raja. So if Raja is going to hit admin, so tell me, is it possible to see the admin page if Raja is going to hit admin page, guys? Can't possible. See guys, what it's indicating? No access provided to you, please go to home. That means if Raja has employee access, so he is not able to see admin page. Same guys here, if Raja is employee, so he can't access the student page, guys. See, no access provided to you, please go to home. That means what we understood, if you have employee access, so you can see only employee page. See, if you are going to hit here emp, because Raja is a what? Employee, so he can see only employee page, right? See, employee page only. That means Raja is what? Authorized to see only employee page only, guys. Correct? Now Suraj is a student. So Suraj can see only the student page, guys. He can't see the admin as well as employee. So we can check this thing as well. So first log out, come outside. See, now we are going to log in with Suraj credentials. Suraj is a student, right? Suraj is a student. So he can see only what? A student page, not a admin or not a what? Employee page. We can see Suraj, right? Login, correct? So everyone, guys, already I mentioned you, everyone, it might be what? Admin, employee, student, everyone can see the what? Welcome page, right? Now, so now login with the what? Suraj. Suraj can access only a student page. Guys, come here. So slash admin, intensely I'm going to check if Suraj is a student. Can he see the admin page? We'll see, guys. No, because Suraj is a what? A student. He can see only a student page. That's why the error message can be what? No access provided to you. Please go to home. Okay. So now Suraj is a student. He can see employee. Check. Same thing, guys. No access provided to you. Please go to home. That means also Suraj is a student. So only he can see the student page. So last we can check here STD. STD. So definitely he can able to see this page, guy. 1 minute, guy. So what? A student, Suraj a student. So we come here, log out first, come here, Suraj, and password what? Suraj, correct. So if he is a student, yes, you can see that Suraj is a student, so he can see a student page only, not he can see other page, just like admin. See, guys, what? Suraj is a student, so he can see only a student page, not admin, not what? EMP. No access provided to you. Please go to home logout. See, guys, so in every case we have just given one what? Button here to go logout and just come into the main logout page. See, guys, this is entire video belongs to our what? JDBC authentication. So how we are going to what? Authenticate our application with the help of JDBC authentication. That means how we are going to store our username, password, and role in respective DB table, guys. One more time, I am showing you. See, all three users we have stored into the respective DB, and through this DB we are going to check our credential. So respective user what? So there, if role is admin, so only he is able to access admin page. not he can see the employee and student page. Suppose if Raja is going to log in, so he can see only what? Employee page, not a any page, not a student page. Right? So that is the whatever authority guide and as per the role. Right, guys? So that all about our what? A Spring Boot security for what? JDBC authentication guide. So guys, that's it for this video. From coming video, I will bring with what? ORM authentication. With ORM, how we are going to authenticate our application guide. So guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share among your friends. Right? This video guys very important because this type of application you make in your what? Real time implementation. Real time application you may use such type of what? Implementation as security guide. Okay guys, so one more time I will explain same thing. I will tell you, so if you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe and share among your friends, because making the video guys it's not easy, right? So too many things we are going to take, then we are what? Making a video and I am bringing in front of you. Thank you guys. Bye bye. We'll meet in next video guys.